everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you are a previous subscriber or you're coming from a previous video on my channel, welcome back. So as you can see, I have a bunch of stuff here scattered over my workspace, and I'm going to talk about a few things that I will be working on, things that will be projects in the future, things I'll be working on in the background for hopefully videos in the future. I first am going to start with a few things that I've, just a couple little things that I've actually recently purchased. If you remember in my Temu haul, I had purchased some little, just a few little things. I had gotten some of these are the bobbin clips where you put them on the bobbin to keep your thread from unraveling off the bobbin. And this was a 30 pack, and I meant to put all of the prices and things where I've got them in the description box, and I think I completely forgot to do that. So I'm going to make a note to make sure that I do that in this video. So there were these. I did purchase these in another Temu haul, and these are just some little needle threaders, and I believe this was a pack of 10, and I paid it was like under $2 for 10 needle threaders. And I've been doing a lot of hand sewing lately, and these will really come in handy for that. I did try using these in a previous video, just one or two videos back, and they do not work for threading a needle on your machine. So make sure you keep that in mind. These are your typical kind of needle threader with a little wire on them. And I always break these. Hopefully you can see a little wire on there. Little wires right there. I always break these. I always tend to, the little wire comes off. Hopefully these ones will be a little bit better for me. These are some traditional style needle threaders that a lot of people are more familiar with. So there's those. We're just going to kind of set these all to the side. I did show the buttons that I purchased from Temu. If you all are familiar with my channel and my videos, you'll know about Luna the Crafty Kitty. And I just thought I'd get these adorable little wooden buttons. And they're just these little like little tiny cats that are in like floral. They're really cute, and I thought if I had any items that I was selling, I could just kind of put one of these on for a custom made tag, and just a little kind of added item to whatever I sell. And there was a cute little witch's hat in with, pick it up, I just threw it on the floor, and there's a cute little witch's hat that was just kind of in there. And like I was saying, if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that Luna makes an appearance in videos, and she's right here up on her perch. I also did buy some button head pins, and these are just a little bit longer, and I'm hoping that they're going to be sharp, really nice and sharp. I did buy some pins previously. I wanted these longer pins for when I'm doing my embroidery. They're a little bit easier to pin fabric to these stabilizers in the embroidery hoop. If I can get this off. I also purchased this item. If you are familiar with these, this is a magnetic seam guide for your sewing machines. And look at that, the magnet already came right out of there. That's bizarre. Okay, maybe that's a safety feature. I don't know, but I'll pop that right back in there. Yeah, so I purchased this from Temu also, and I believe this was like under $1, maybe like 88 cents or something like that. And I've always wanted one, and I never wanted to really pay the price that I've seen for some of these. Some of these I've seen like as high as $5, $6, even $7, and I just was not going to pay that price for one. So I have it over here off on my FAF machine. So there's that. Then I purchased some of the stitch markers for knitting and crochet, and I will be also able to use these on the embroidery, or I'm sorry, on the knitting looms. So there's those. This was a package of 150, and I think it was under $3. I also purchased this is a seam guide, a measuring gauge for your seams on your machine. It's like for your seam allowance, and it has a 2-inch, this one across is 2-inch. You have 1 5/8. This side is 1 1/2, 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/8. This one here, this one from here to here is an 1/8. This one is a 1/4. And so I think there's, let's see, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different seam guide measurements on here. And I thought this was going to be a thicker kind of metal, but it's just a really thin piece of aluminum. And I always wanted one of these as well, but I didn't want to pay prices that I saw for them. I was able to find it on Temu for under, I believe it was under $1. So I will include all the prices of these in the description box. So then during the tax-free weekend for school supplies, I was sick at that time, and I had my husband pick up some of these little storage bins. I really like these because I'm able to put my small items in there, and we'll just kind of stick everything back in this one. And I'm just kind of keeping everything in here for now, so I have everything together, and I can kind of price everything for you guys, since I failed to do that in the video when I actually purchased the all the stuff from Temu. I had 2 of these previously, and I had my husband pick up 3 more of them for me, and they were I believe 99 cents or 95 cents each on the tax-free weekend. And I really like them because I can put like my rotary cutters in them, and they're all together, and they can be stored in here, and Luna will not hurt herself on anything or knock them off the table. I also have this one that has some stuff in it. I will make one for like my marking pens, my rulers, any of my other little tools. I have all my like nippers I can put in one. I also have a lighter in here in case I need to like burn a thread end or anything like that. So there's that. I have a another extra needle threader in there. And then I had him get me some of these little caddies. I told him, look for something that I can put next to the machine that I can put my tools in. And he found these little guys, and it's just a little, you can kind of see this one's larger, and then there's 2 smaller ones. And I wanted something to be able to put next to my machine, so all of my tools would be in it. But I wanted more than one, so since I have my FAF over here and my brother machine to the left, that way all my tools I could have for the FAF machine over here, and then for the Brother machine, because there's some tools that I don't use, say tools that I use on the FAF machine, I don't use them for the Brother, so I can keep them kind of all organized and together. And I have my scissors in here, some extra needles when I'm using, doing a lot of sewing. I can just have them right next to me handy. I have my roller, I have my screwdriver, I have some seam rippers, needle threader. I like to keep 2 different types of tweezers. These are just an old pair of like needle nose kind of tweezers that if I have to pick stitches out, I can grab the stitches really easy. And then if I'm threading my machine and I have to thread the needle, I can grasp it with these larger ones. So I have all that. I believe he said these were 99 cents each, and he picked me up 3 of those. I wanted one for each machine, like I said, the one on the FAF on the right side and my Brother here on the left side. And then if I'm doing a lot of like hand sewing, I can just have some of my stuff in here, like my spool of thread, my thread conditioner, and things like that, my nippers. So there's those. Okay, now to get into some of the funner items. We're going to save the fabric stuff for last. So I did show these items in a Temu haul when I did get those. I purchased, this is one of the first one that I purchased. And this one is for making scarves. And I don't think you can remove the pegs out of this one. It does look like they kind of come out though. I'm not sure if they do. So you can replace them if you need to. But this one is a knitting loom. A long knitting loom, where if you're going to do scarves, or you could do like knitted cotton washcloths, or knitted Afghan blocks, things like that. And it came with some of the tool and some extra needles. And I paid, I think, $4 for this on Temu. And I wanted to, I'm absolutely horrible at knitting, so I wanted to try the looms, and I kind of went a little overboard on it. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the very first knitting loom I ever owned. It is a sock knitting loom, so if you are doing like there's socks, and I can't remember what else you could do on this, but I think it might have just been specifically for socks. You can do smaller items with it as well, like small cloths. I've seen people do small face cloths, like for makeup, for washing your face, like the cotton, or like the scrubby yarn. You can make scrubbies with these small ones. And I've actually had this loom for probably 7 or 8 years. And I was playing around with it, and I ended up putting it somewhere on a shelf, and then it went into a bin. And I completely forgot that I even had it, and I just never used it. So I'm hoping to eventually maybe do me some socks. I really love socks in the winter, and I thought that these would be really fun to try out. This is made by KB, which is one of the really big brands for the looms. And what I then did is I have seen a lot of people with this type of knitting loom, and this one is specifically for Afghans. You can do other items on it as well. but this one can make up to, like it says, a 60-inch Afghan. And I really, really love the look of cable knit Afghans, but I'm absolutely horrible at knitting. And I have made cable crochet Afghans before, and I just wanted to try some knitted ones. So I was able to purchase this at Joann's. I have seen them at Amazon for like $47. I've seen them on some other online sites, and I was not willing to pay $47 for it, because if I didn't like it, I didn't want to be wasting almost $50 on it. So I did look on the Joann's website, and I saw that they had them in my local Joann's, and it was either a 40% off or a 50% off coupon for any regular priced item. And I was able to get this for basically half price. It was about $22 or $23 that I paid for it. So I will be learning this off camera, and once I get the hang of it a little bit more, I will hopefully do some videos using this. I do have a regular viewer that said that she would be interested in learning this once I get to the point of doing some of the filming. And Laura, thank you very much. I will be working on that in the future. So there's that. And usually when I do like my crochet and things like that, I really like to have different stitch pattern books, because I like making up my own Afghans. I don't necessarily always follow a written pattern that somebody else has done. I like to make my own Afghans. So I have 4 or 5 different books that are stitch dictionaries for crochet. And I knew there had to be something out there for loom knitting, and through my search I found this one. And I did find this one on Amazon. It's by an author named, her name's Kathy Norris, and it is just Loom Knit Stitch Dictionary. And the photos in here, you can see the photos are really nice color photos. There's several different types of stitches. There's knit and purl, twisted, rib patterns, colored patterns. Colored patterns are like, let me show you. So like multicolored. That one's not very easy to see, but like that. There's how you can skip pay. There's like all kinds of, there's some other colors. It shows you step by step and well, almost step by step, but it shows you like the nice color photos. And basically what I got this one for is because I really want to do some of the ribbed or the braided, and let me show you. I had just read ribbed, so let's see, where is it? Okay, so here are cable stitches on what those look like. And I really like cable stitches. I just like, they remind me of, if you know about Irish fisherman sweaters. They're those really big, thick, white sweaters. And I just really love that look of those textured cable stitches. So I really want to make a knitted Afghan like that. So there's that. I did get this, like I said, I did get this on Amazon, and I believe this one was $13.99, I think, for this one. And there's, if I remember correctly, there are 60 different stitches, stitch designs in here. Then I did purchase this one. This is the actual KB Afghan Loom Project book, and it has designs and techniques for 15 cozy, cuddly, classic blankets. And this is just the directions for the actual loom. And it has some really nice stuff in here. It does have a nice cable blanket that actually has a pattern for it. So that's really nice. I can do that first. And then once I get a little more established with the loom, I can branch out a little bit more and try these stitches. Okay. I did print off a few things of loom knitting for when I get to doing some of the videos that I can explain a few things. So that's that. Then, now we're getting into the fun part. So I have fabric on my shelves for five or six different quilts, not including this one. So this one here will be a future project, and this is an a quilt that is using a fabric panel set. There's 8-piece half yards and 2 panel packs in here. And this was a gift from my mom. And this one is just so adorable. I absolutely love dragonflies and lightning bugs. My brain's like all over. I really love them. And she didn't know that and just happened to send this. So I have had this sitting on my shelf for probably 2 years now because I've never made a panel quilt before. And I was scrolling through one of the Facebook quilting groups that I belong to. And there was a lady that asked about that she had this same panel kit, and she asked if anybody knew of any patterns for this particular panel kit. And there was a really nice lady that shared this pattern, and this is called Let Your Light Shine, which is the name of the kit. And it's a really nice kit, and it has everything. It shows all your fabrics and everything, so I'm really excited for this one. I'm not sure which one we're going to work on yet. So there's this one. This is a future project. Then I have, I'll show you here. I purchased this magazine at, I believe it was Barnes & Noble, and I really wanted something for using pre-cuts. And if you're familiar with my channel, you may remember me showing these charm packs and this jelly roll. And I have 3 of these charm packs and this jelly roll, and I'm like, I've literally had these for probably maybe as long as 3 years. And I fell in love with them, and I purchased them, and I just never knew what to make with them. And so I finally was able to find this magazine, and it is a great magazine that has 6 patterns in here for using pre-cuts. And I have always said that I did not like pre-cut fabric. But since I have purchased these and some of the jelly roll packs and like these that I use for when I do my lanyards and things like that, I now understand the fascination, I guess you could say, with pre-cuts, because they're so convenient. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I hate cutting fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the projects that I have planned that I want to make. So this is one of the first ones that I want to make. It is called Triangle Twist. And I have some fabric that looks like, I think you would call it ginkgo leaves, and some other two colors, a dark blue and a light blue, and I thought I would go ahead and use those for possibly this design, this quilt pattern. Then I have a really pretty charm pack, that 15-piece charm pack that my mom gifted me, and I thought about this would be a great, I keep making so much noise with this folder, flatten it out a little. I thought this one would be a really great pattern for that, but I figured this one takes 10 fat quarters, and I was thinking, you know what, I can split that charm pack, or the fat quarter pack up, and get more than one quilt out of that, since there are 15 in there. So what I did is I went online and I found a bunch of patterns, free patterns, that I could use for fat quarters. And I printed a bunch of those off, and I really like some of these, and like this one uses 10 of the fat quarters, but these two I kind of settled on, and this one takes 5 fat quarters, this one takes 5 fat quarters, and I'd be able to make more than one quilt using that 15-piece fat quarter bundle. This one is a possibility too. It's just kind of like some stripes, and I really like this one as well, but this one takes 11 of the fat quarters. But like I said, I want to be able to kind of split that up and get more quilts out of that. I'm going to pause real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that little interruption there. My husband always calls me on his lunch break and we just talk a little bit. And so that was him. Okay, so getting back into it, I was talking about the fat quarters, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this fat quarter bundle that I have. I try to put everything in like a little Ziploc bag. And so these are the fat quarters, and they're really pretty. And I typically do not use colors like this. So my mom has really helped me kind of branch out in colors. And this was a pack of fat quarters that she bought. And again, there are some dragonflies in these, and I absolutely love these. It is so pretty. So there's some dragonfly. There is some like water drop, kind of like watercolor in it. There's some crackle, like these two. This is a white on white crackle, and then like a pink, kind of with some cranberry color in there. Some more of the dragonfly, and then this one has dragonflies as well, and some floral, and some more of the water drop or watercolor, some more floral, some lighter of the crackle or the water drop. And then we have some like these that are like, I don't know what you call this particular design, maybe abstract, I'm not sure. But there's that. Then we have a darker kind of purple and magenta. And So like this one, this floral could kind of go with this one because it's got more of the purple, or even this one. Some more of the pink floral, and another one with more purple, and then it has some dragonflies and floral on there as well. And then we have some of the kind of like where they start going into muted brown, kind of like, I'm not sure what that color would be. So there's that. And I figured I could get some, you know, maybe possibly even 3 quilts out of this. Since there are 15 different bundles here, I could get, you know, possibly, you know, 2 to 3 quilts out of this bundle. So there's that. These two, I think I want to keep actually these 3 together and possibly make a maybe like a bag or something, or a tote or something. These particular 3 aren't my favorites, but I like that there's some different variation. So I mean, that could go in there with it. But so there's that. And then I had some bright pink. There's a hair on there. There's some bright pink with the with these for my maybe solid color in there. So there's those. And she got this particular fat quarter bundle. It's called Fat Quarter Drago, and I guess that's for Fat Quarter Dragonfly. And this is from the Pieces of Love quilt shop. And she's just, like I said, she has shown me so many different colors that I don't typically work with. And I'm usually like into the blues and blacks and whites and things like that. And so there's that. Then, so that's for that one. Then, so like I was saying, I could get so many out of the fat quarter patterns. Then I have, not that one, where'd it go? Okay. So then I have this one, and it's called a pattern called Picture Perfect. And all you need is, let's see, you have a jelly roll. So I thought this would be perfect for my jelly roll. And you just need 40 assorted, colorful, pre-cut 2.5-inch strips. And that's what I will be using with this one. And I have I wasn't sure what color I would be using with this one. And I think the fabric that I will be using for this portion on the outside here, I thought this would be really pretty. I have pre-washed this fabric, and you can see some of the lint on it. I have pre-washed this fabric. I pre-wash all of my fabric, but I thought this would be perfect to go. This is what this jelly roll is this Summer Breeze by Moda. And it has all kinds of, you can see the yellows, and like this one, the paisley and the yellow. And this is just a kind of like a, I don't know if you can see it kind of looks like watercolored yellow on stripes, and it's got the darker stripe yellow. And I thought that would be really kind of pretty to go along with this, a real bright, happy quilt. So there's that. So that would be for this one. And then I have this one. Oh, I forgot to add the, I have some blue and white here that I could make with one of the charm packs. So there's that one. And for the charm pack one, I would be making this one. And I have an off-white color to go with the other charm pack. All this requires is one charm pack. So you're going to use 45-inch blue squares, and there are 42 squares in a charm pack. So this one will make a 41-inch by a 57-inch quilt. So I thought that would be another way to get a nice size little quilt out of one charm pack. So there's that. The way I have these separated, I'm not sure. I think I had another quilt for this one, and I'm gonna have to look, because I do have the blue in here and a white along with a charm pack. And this white is a white on white. And this is some of the fabric that I also used for the if you remember correctly, if you haven't seen that video, it was the sugar skull pillows. And there's 2 yards and 2 feet. So 6, 7, 8. Basically 8 feet of the white fabric here. And that will make a really nice quilt as well. So basically out of 3 charm packs and a jelly roll, I can get 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 quilts out of that. So there's those. Then I even have more. So I'm going to stick these back in my little box so I can keep everything organized. Then I even have more. I'm going to stick this one in here with that so it's all together. I have a little piece of fabric that my mom had sent me a couple years back again, and I really like llamas. So for those of you that don't know, I do PS4 gaming as well, and if you're familiar with Fortnite, the llamas, well, I really like llamas. They're adorable. So she didn't even know when she sent me this fabric, and this was in a bundle that came with the Let Your Light Shine bundle. This was in there as well, and I guess she just had this in her stash, and I don't know if it's a quilt, if it's a fabric set for maybe a baby quilt. And you can see this adorable fabric. So there's the llamas, and it's got a piece of felt, and I think this is for the maybe for the border. I'm not sure if there's enough fabric there for a border. I'm not quite sure, but there's that. And there is a pink felt with it, and it's a really nice felt. It's really pretty. And it looks like she got this from a site called Great Smoky Mountain Designs, and Designs is just spelt with a D, S-I-G-N-S, so the E is missing out of there. I did try looking this up. Oh, this is actually a sticker. Okay, so there's that. And what was really kind of neat, since I've had this sitting on a shelf for a while and I never knew what to do with it, recently my sister-in-law gave me a bag of things that she had that she was going to make something for her granddaughter, and she doesn't really sew very much. And her granddaughter kind of helped pick out some fabric. And this is Minky, if you're familiar with Minky. And I've never sewn with Minky before, so this is going to be a really fun project as well. And I'm not sure how much. I think this is a yard. So there is a 1 yard piece there, and there is this one as well, and I think it's a yard as well. I will have to measure these and everything first. And I'm going to do some research on Minky because I do not know if it needs to be pre-washed before you use it. If, because like I said, I've never sewn with Minky before. And I have seen some people say that you use a stretch needle when you sew with Minky. So I have to do a little research on that. But I thought it would be really cute to maybe put these ones together. I do not know how much fabric is on this one. Maybe it's just a yard or maybe a yard and a half. I'm not quite sure. It might be just a yard, but this might make a really cute little blanket for a little girl. So there is that, and I can put these together and save this felt for another project, or maybe even do just some embroidery on the flannel, stabilize the flannel so it doesn't stretch, do some maybe some little embroidery floral or something like that on it so it's kind of really girly, and then do the Minky back on that. So that might be something really cute to do. So there's those are just a few things that, well, little more than a few things that I can work on in future projects. I do not know what I'm going to do first. I'm still undecided on that. So, let's see, what else? Let me make sure I've got everything covered. So we have the Minky, we got these. I didn't talk about these. I did show these in a Temu haul, and I was really disappointed with these because I thought when I saw that they were 2.5-inch strips that they would be the full width of fabric, but they are only, I think they were 20 inches long. I can make key fobs with these, or luggage pull tags or things like that. I can also sew the pieces together, but I've kind of heard some pros and cons about if you're going to use jelly roll strips for lanyards. You don't want seams in them. Of course there's going to be seams in them, but when you sew the pieces together, you don't want that seam in them, because some people will get that irritation from where that seam is. If you guys have made lanyards before where you have sewn your pieces together, can you let me know? Because I think there are 2 pieces to each color here where I can sew them together and do that and get lanyards out of these. Oh, that's pretty. I didn't see that one before. So there's that one. This one I think has got to be one of my favorites out of this set. So there's that. And I did get 3 of these. I wanted to be able to make lanyards, and this one, I bought this one for more solid colors for possibly men. So there's that one. And again, these are 20 inches. And then I purchased this one as well. And again, these are 20 inches. And I'm not sure if all of these have 2 of each one. It looks like there might be as well. So I may, if I do make lanyards out of these, I can maybe get out of this pack, there are, it doesn't say how many strips are for each one, but there may be 40, so I'd be able to get maybe 20 lanyards out of each one. I'm not sure. So there is that. This one I purchased from Walmart. It is just, these are 42-inch strips, and there's 5 different colors in here. and again for lanyards, and I got them in the blue tones with some of the greens for maybe for lanyards for men. I have made a bunch of lanyards that are in like really fun, bright colors. And once I get enough stuff made, I hope to put those up for sale, either create a website where I can do that, or just sell them through my Facebook or through my YouTube channel here, that if anybody would be interested in those later, that I could do that. Okay, so I think I have everything covered. I've shown bunches of quilts I can make, so 6, 7, 8, maybe 10, maybe up to 10 different quilts that I can make. Lanyards, baby blanket, maybe 2 baby blankets here. I kind of came up with the idea of the embroidering on these, on the felt, and do a minky background for a baby blanket for a little girl. So I came up with that while just going through everything here. So there's that. Yeah, I think that's it. If there's any ideas that you guys have for anything that you have seen in this video, please comment down below. I was going to say I couldn't find my email thing, but I looked behind me and there it was. You can always email me at JS&C. The JS and the C are capitalized, at jsnc18@gmail.com. If you would like to maybe talk about some projects, some ideas you may think about, if you don't feel like commenting below, you can always email me. Please feel free to email me. This email is strictly for this YouTube channel and projects that will be done on this YouTube channel. Anybody wants to collaborate, you can communicate with me through the email. I would rather not have that in the comment section below, just because you know, that may have some personal information in those. So if you have anything like that, please email me. Also, oh my gosh, that I am getting up there to the 1,000, almost to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and then I will be able to become monetized. And at that time, I hope to maybe eventually do some collaborations with maybe some companies, sponsored by companies, things like that. So those are some things that I'm looking forward to. We are almost right now at 800 subscribers. If you have any friends or family that are interested in quilting, or they're just learning to sew, things like that, if you think my channel may be able to help them, please share my channel with them. And we will see you all in the next video. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.